from the adventure. Oh, too bad, Chen. Oh, well, let's pick, well, let's go with Dwayne. Let's go with Dwayne here. Oh, and look, we get the first of the tanks, the final vehicle that we haven't seen yet through the course of this, and it comes in race 13. And with only 25 races, so you're going to be seeing the tank 3 more times within the next, to the end. As you've already seen, how much the computer keeps firing the tank, like I mentioned earlier. It just becomes ridiculous as it just got hit. Okay, thank you so much for hitting me twice. The hardest things about this freaking course are, of course, the opponents that want to blow you up every damn second, as well as those checkerboards that are hard to navigate through. The good thing is, for the most part, the tanks are blowing each other up, and you can get past them because they'll end up being slowed down, their process slows down, and you can end up driving past them pretty easily, pretty simply. Not too much difficulty has to go into getting past them. It's just not being blown up every damn second is what the hardest thing about it is. Once you navigate the checkerboard once, you got a pretty good idea what it is. Of course, this is the first tank-themed level, so it's the easiest of the tank levels because it's just getting your general process, but they all have a checkerboard. For whatever reason, the kid drew this course has a checkerboard in the middle of every single one of them. Just a non-played checkerboard just kind of laying there in the middle of the course. And because of the color scheme and all, they don't really look like checkers, but hey, whatever. And Jethro ends up winning the race, just barely. End up losing that one, oh well. And I love when Jethro kicks and screams like a little, he's like throwing a temper tantrum, even though he's like happy that he's winning. He just falls on his back and starts kicking his legs. Okay, Pitfall Pockets, Formula 1, race number 14. The second, of course, pool table themed level. When you see the last pool table themed level, it's a different color than this one. This one, of course, is a green one. That one's like a pinkish red. The final one, or purple, pinkish, red, whatever type pool table, which is actually pretty different looking. A lot of balls are on this table. A lot more balls than there should be on this table. You know, just a lot more than a normal regulation pool table. But it's a really coolly designed thing when you think about it, having a race course on a pool table, and the way you have it designed and all, using the playing cards to get up onto the outer rim of the pool table. Overall, I think the game gets, like I said before, when they designed this game, Codemasters America did a pretty good job at the design of this game. It's definitely one of their better games. Then again, I mean, even for being a third-party company, or, you know, a non-licensed company for Nintendo, you know, making unlicensed games for a while, I mean, I think they did a pretty damn good job in the games they did. There's only, I mean, they have their stinkers. Linus Spacehead, for example, is definitely not one of my favorites, but I like Big News the Caveman. I like Dizzy series, especially. I love the Dizzy series. And this game, you know, they're all good games. I haven't played every single one of the Codemasters Comerica games. I recently tried out the sequel, the Big News the Caveman, Big News Freaks Out, and I was extremely disappointed at that game. Just because it plays nothing like the original. It has like, you're like riding on a ball instead of just like, you know, walking around like a platformer action game, which is why I found the first one fun and why I did a playthrough of it. But I seriously didn't understand why they screwed that one up. I mean, for the most part, the Dizzy games are all pretty much good games. They're all basically the same thing. They're item collecting, figuring out where each item needs to go, saving the, you know, people, and they're really cool puzzle type games that are all generally the same, except for some of the other themed ones. But I guess because of that second one they made. But then again, I think the Big News Freaks Out is really hard to locate because it was only available in those Aladdin Cart enhancement pack things. So I know they're pretty rare in terms of games, but they're definitely one of those rare ones that I'm not going to lose sleep over if I don't add it to my collection anytime soon. But there we go. Just stop talking. We can just move on now to the second sports car race 15. Of course, this is the school supply themed level, the second one. And this one, like the previous one, is one of the harder courses in the game. The final version of this one, we end up seeing it twice. You're going to see it once during the course of this, and then the final race of the entire game. But it's an extreme pain because the computer half the time navigates perfect turns. I mean, perfect precision turns. And I have a very hard time controlling the damn car half the time. I mean, you have to know where all the turns are, and you have to slow down or start making certain turns well in advance of where the turn actually is, or else when you see it and you try to make a very quick turn, you end up just falling off the edge. As you can see, I just fell off the damn roller because I couldn't straighten my vehicle out in time. But it's just, these levels, they drive me insane. Trying to master them. Look at that. See, I turn, but unfortunately, my car squeaks and burns rubber onto the damn raceway. If a micro machine even can do that. But still, I just end up falling off the damn edge of the table. And the only thing good is I got, hopefully, there we go. The only thing is, on this one, the computer still isn't absolutely their hardest yet, so I'm still able to beat them or able to get past them at certain points. But as you can see, they do amazing. They still mess up. That's the only reason why I can win half the time, is they have to mess up. It's not even me doing perfectly. Even if I drive the last course of the game perfect, unless the computer falls off the edge, they're faster than me, and they can do the precision turning. So they'll beat me half the time on the final race if they don't screw up. But if I get lucky and they screw up, I have no problem beating it. Which I say, it's more or less like 25% of the time I end up losing that final race. But, whatever. If I somehow lose that race, just continuing. Hopefully it's one of the 75% times where I can actually win it. But, because it's pretty much designed like the other one, so I get used to the design. As you can see, I'm not bad at this course. I've gotten a lot better at it. But still, it's just the turning is what drives me nuts. Slowing down and making the these exact turns is what's a real pain in the butt. Making my turns here. Almost done this race. Okay, roll across the roller. Not the ruler. I could say anything correct. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna be able to win this one unless that freaking guy, come on. Son of a bitch. Come on. I'm almost done here. I'm just barely ahead right now. Can I actually win this race? There we go. Haha, came in first. Just because that guy ended up bumping him off the damn road pretty much. And sad because she's probably going to be eliminated soon, if not this race. Next one. I'm not sure. Nope, this was this race. She's out. Goodbye, Ann. We have Jethro and Dwayne left. And we're going to add, Bonnie. I think we're going to add Bonnie. Yeah, let's just add Bonnie to it. And that means we have Joel and Mike, who... Joel is a mess. We'll talk more about Joel when we select him, which I may add him next or last, and I'll decide as we play. This is, of course, the next monster truck, rough trucks, time trials, triple point score, triple word score, Scrabble, Raceway, what? I don't even know. Just forget about all that. Anyway, this is the same exact course I just ran and failed last time, so hopefully this time around I have much better luck, and since I did it already once, I should be able to complete it this time without screwing it up. But even with that, it all comes down to if I can get over these damn water parts without falling in the water. That's what it all comes down to, is I actually was able to do it this time, so I should have no problem beating the race, because now it just comes down to these final rock parts, and they're much easier than there's waterways. Unless I screw it up there. Come on. Barely through there, and there we go. We get the 1-up, and we completed the monster truck level. You made it. Extra life. Live 6. Spider's happy. Doesn't even... Like, Jethro kicks his legs